All right, we've got a 30-minute Forrest Yoga practice. I will offer you guys as many modifications as I can, if not visually, then verbally. And let's get started. On our back, you guys will need a block and a Forrest Yoga roll. If you don't have a roll, a block is plenty. Take your roll, come on down onto your back. We'll get straight into abs. Start with the feet on the floor, knees bent. Fingers interlaced at the base of the skull, elbows point skyward. You've got a little squeeze of the inner thighs around the roll. Let's take a breath in together through the nose. And a complete exhale. And keeping the feet down, inhale, head and shoulders come up. Hold the breath, squeeze the roll. Exhale, both elbows to the left knee, belly draws in. Inhale, back to center, head stays up. Hold the breath, squeeze the roll. Exhale, elbows to the right knee, lower belly draws in. Inhale, back to center, head stays up. Option to pick the feet up off the floor or stay as you are. Hold the breath, squeeze the roll, squeeze sit bones. Exhale, elbows to the left knee, lift left shoulder, belly draws in. Inhale, back to center, head stays up. Hold the breath, squeeze the roll, squeeze sit bones. Exhale, elbows to the right knee, lower belly draws in. So option to take the legs straight up if you want to keep going. Inhale, back to center. Hold the breath, squeeze the roll, squeeze sit bones. Exhale, elbows to the left knee. Push up through the heels, belly draws in. Inhale, back to center, head stays up. Hold the breath. Curl the tailbone, squeeze the roll. Exhale, elbows to the right knee, lower belly draws in. Inhale, back to center. We got one more round. Hold the breath, squeeze the roll, squeeze sit bones. Exhale, elbows to left knee, keep both shoulders lifted, belly draws in. Inhale, back to center, head stays up. Hold the breath, squeeze the roll, squeeze sit bones. Exhale, elbows to right knee, keep lifting shoulders up, belly draws in. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, head down, feet down. Take a full feeling breath into your belly. Open the mouth as you exhale everything out. And we set up for twisted root abdominals, stage 1 only. So there's an option here, guys. If you can't do the full bind with the left leg wrapped around the right twice, you can just do it once. Okay, or you can just have your ankle across your thigh. So don't worry too much about the bind. Feet are up. If you really need the support of the lower back, keep the feet down. Fingers interlaced, hands at the base of the skull. Point the elbows skyward and spread the toes. Inhale, head and shoulders up. Exhale, curl tailbone up. Squeeze thighs together, squeeze sit bones. Look at your lower belly and pull lower belly down. Relax the pelvis, take a huge feeling breath in. As you exhale, curl pubic bone to navel, squeeze thighs, squeeze sit bones. Send knees and elbows skyward, belly draws down. Relax the pelvis, take a huge breath into the back of the body. As you exhale, curl tailbone, squeeze thighs, squeeze sit bones, send chest skyward, belly draws in. Relax, final time, big breath through the back of the body. As you exhale, curl tailbone, squeeze sit bones, squeeze thighs, send elbows skyward, pull belly down. Inhale, head down. Change the cross of the legs as you exhale. If you can keep your feet lifted, do that. Otherwise, you can put your feet down. Second side. Elbows point up. Feet active, toes spread. Inhale, head and shoulders come up. Exhale, curl tailbone, squeeze thighs, squeeze sit bones, send elbows up, pull belly down. Relax the pelvis, take a huge feeling breath into the back of the body. As you exhale, curl the pubic bone up, squeeze thighs, send knees and elbows skyward and pull the belly down. So you can really see the lower belly draw down. Relax the pelvis, take an inhale. Keep the lower back glued to the floor as you exhale, curl tailbone, squeeze thighs, send knees and elbows skyward, belly draws down. One last time, relax the pelvis, press the lower back into the mat. Inhale through the back of the body. As you exhale, curl pubic bone to navel, squeeze thighs, squeeze sit bones, send knees and elbows skyward, belly draws in. Inhale, head down, unravel the legs, exhale, feet down. Take a full feeling breath into your belly. Open your mouth, exhale everything out. Roll over onto one side, come onto your hands and knees, set up for flash prep. Measure your upper arm bones. Place the right forearm down, bring the left hand back so the left hand and the wrist and elbow are stacked. Back of the neck is relaxed. Take a big breath through the back of the body. And then you can work with your knees down, otherwise tuck your toes and exhale, lift your knees. So you want to feel here like the elbows are squeezing into the midline whilst the back of the neck relaxes. And then get this sense of pressing down through the inner right forearm so that the weight on the right forearm bone is even. Big feeling breath through the back of the body, so see if you can spread your ribs even more. And then lift up and lengthen as you breathe out, so get a little bit more weight out of the shoulders there. Feel the armpits switch on, but the jaw relax. Release, lower the knees down. Change sides, measure your upper arm bones again. This time the left forearm is on the floor and the right hand comes back. Big breath into the upper back. Squeeze the elbows to the midline, tuck the toes, and as you exhale, straighten the legs. So remember, you can always work here, guys, with knees down. If it's really intense on your shoulders, I'd suggest that it's worth bending the knees, keeping the knees down, just to get integrity in the shoulders. And then a big feeling breath through the back of the body. Feel the side ribs expand, the back of the heart, that whole area through the back line. And as you exhale, press down to lift up. So feel the chest, armpits, upper back working, but the neck and jaw relaxed. Let go. One more feeling breath in there. So you can activate the inner thighs, reach them back as you breathe out. And then release. Lower the knees down. Coming up to standing. So meet at the top of the mat. You can have your feet together or apart, you choose. Arms by the side. Back of the head over the sacrum, let the shoulders relax. Little bend through the knees there. Inhale, reach the arms straight up. So get lots of length through the side ribs. Fold forward as you exhale, at the back of the neck go. Halfway lift, inhale, flat back. Step back to plank as you exhale. Come forward on the inhale, feel the inner leg line zip up. Knees down, belly to spine. Lower all the way down as you exhale. Move the hands forward for cobra. Inhale, heart forward, upper back working. Tuck the toes, press to downward facing dog as you exhale. Twisting lunge. Step the left foot forward, put the back knee down. So the back knee is underneath the hip. Front ankle underneath the knee. Left hand on left thigh. Inhale, reach the right arm up, get lots and lots of length there, and as you exhale, twist. You've got a little fist with the right hand, left hand goes on top. You can see how my belly is lifting off my thigh there. So you want to feel as though there's a real uplifting action through the upper body. As you inhale, you'll send the crown of the head forward, and then as you exhale, you'll twist the chest towards your fist. So you can let a little bit of the neck go through the left side. A big breath there through the back of the body, in between the shoulder blades particularly. And then keep the pelvis still and feel for the twist from the navel as you breathe out. Release. Come into a pigeon with the left knee bent. Back knee can also bend if you've got knee things going on, or tuck the back toes under and reach the leg back. Come forward as you inhale and then lower all the way down. Now, you can stay in pigeon here, no problem. If you want a little bit more today, bring the left shin parallel-ish to the top of the mat and then twist towards your left foot. So you've either got your elbow in there or your armpit, whatever else reaches there, to be fair. And then whatever version you're in, just go back to the tension through the jaw and the eyes. Do an easy, steady release there as you breathe out. If you're in the twisted version, maybe you feel for a deeper twist through the upper body. The chest rolls skyward and the right side of the neck relaxed. Take a big feeling breath in there. Stay for a full breath out. So maybe even twist a little bit deeper, and then once you've completed the exhale, like all the breath is out, plant the palms, tuck the toes, see if you can lift the left knee into the chest and step straight back into downward facing dog. Put the knees down. Now we're going to move straight onto the wall. You have the option of dolphin on the wall, forearm balance on the wall, or forearm balance twisted roots. If you don't want to do any of those, you can do dolphin on the mat. So if you're not up for an inversion, that's absolutely fine. I'm going to demonstrate forearm balance twisted roots. Okay, so I'm working with the hands clasped for me today. You can do that without or with. And straighten the legs, lift the knees up, and then you lift one leg at a time and kick up really lightly to the wall. So you need to be a decent amount away if you're coming into the twisted root version. You can keep one foot on the wall for a little bit of stability there, and work on feeling like length and lift through the sit bones, ribs draw in, thighs squeeze together. Whatever version you're doing, breath is key, right? So be really, really aware of the quality of the breath. Notice if it's straining, that you've probably gone a little bit beyond what's helpful for you. And then if you're doing the twisted root version, change the cross of the legs. If you're not, stay for a couple more breaths. Save enough breath to get down with integrity, so don't run out of your breath while you're up there and then think, holy hell, how am I going to get down? And then when you've done, come down with control, and we'll meet in downward facing dog. It's a big feeling breath in there. So use the breath to steady the mind as you exhale. And we'll step that right foot forward. So coming into twisting lunge on the opposite side. The right hand is on the right thigh. Inhale the left arm straight up. So get lots and lots of length there. As you exhale, twist. You've got a little fist with the left hand and the right hand goes on top. So again, it's really about here, guys, making sure that the pelvis stays super still. So it's not twisting, we're not poking the right hip out to the side, and then inhale, reach the crown of the head forward. And as you exhale, you'll twist. So chest towards your fist there. And again, it's essential, let go through the right side of the neck. Spreading through the back of the rib cage. Separating through the teeth. And see how, you know, there's this effortless effort through the legs. Sure, the legs are working. And it's super relaxed. There's just the right amount of effort. And release into pigeon. The right foot forward. Remember, the back knee can bend if you're working with knee tweaks or something like that. And then the option to come into the twisted version. So your right elbow or your right armpit towards your right foot. You got a little fist with the right hand and the left hand goes on top. Again, want to feel that twist is coming from the navel rather than the pelvis or the spine necessarily. And again, use this pause to steady, steady, steady the breath. And nothing too crazy today. So you can really focus on breathing in fully. Very top of the inhale. And then breathing out fully. It's like the very bottom, absolute bottom of the exhale. And release. Plant the palms, press back to downward facing dog. And then lower the knees. You have the option here to go up into a handstand for 5 breaths. I would suggest the wall, or you can work into a few different versions of crow here. So if this is where you're at in Malasana squat, you will stay in squat. You can even sit up on a block there and just start to work a little bit of mobility through the legs. So you're moving the knees from side to side, get a bit of movement through the pelvis. If you're a handstander, you're already on the wall, going for 5 breaths minimum. And then my crow friends, you guys will lift your heels, get your shins into your triceps, maybe lift one foot, maybe lift the other, and then push the floor away, get a little bit rounding through the upper back, but also feel this chest moving forward action. So it's like you're getting super light, the lower belly is engaged, the feet touch together, stability. Take one more feeling breath there. Wherever you are, come down as you breathe out, and we'll meet in downward facing dog, down dog. So full breath in. Exhale to empty. And then step the left foot forward for lounge lunge. The right hand comes ahead of the shoulder. You can see the left arm comes around the left shin. And then you hang the right ribs then down towards the right forearm. You're hugging that left knee in towards the chest there. And I actually like my right ear resting on right shoulder, but maybe your head hangs forward, something like that. And a tendency in this pose to roll onto the outer edge of the right hip. I want you to feel for being on top of your right thigh there. A little more activation through the legs. Okay, we'll take one more feeling breath there. Stay for full breath out. Maybe a deeper twist. And then press back. Go up into a high lunge, a twisting lunge interlock. The left hand will be on the left thigh. You'll inhale the right arm up again. This time, bringing the right arm outside and the left arm behind. So that's one option. So you hold, this is the opposite to the previous twist. So the whole body rests on the front thigh. Or you can interlock the fingers. So if that's available for you, a little bit of a shoulder release. You're going to feel again like the left shoulder head rolls away from the floor and the neck relaxed. A little wobble through the legs. Just notice every time there's a let go that happens through the neck, the legs wobble to find the place again. Just keep allowing that process to happen. Take one more breath in there. Squeeze and open as you breathe out. And then release. Plant the palms, just step straight into down dog. Big feeling breath. Exhale fully out. Walk out of the heels maybe there. And then step the right foot forward, back knee down. And come into lounge lunge. So the left hand is ahead of the shoulder. The right arm comes outside and you're on the top of the left thigh. So again, we want to inhale to lift up through the chest and then let the left ribs hang there as you exhale. And hugging that right knee in towards the chest. So again, we want to feel like there's this sense of let go for sure in this pose. It's very much a down regulator. We also want to feel as though there's a lengthening through the left side of the ribs. All the way through the left leg there, down to left heel. And release, coming on up. Into a high lunge. Right hand on the right thigh. Left arm up, inhale, and then twist as you exhale. So you've got this option where you're in a half bind. Left arm outside of the right thigh and the right arm behind. Or you interlock. The interlock will not mean that you reach enlightenment any quicker than the down level, so just go with what your arms will do comfortably. And then let go through the right side of the neck there. And some days your arms will bind and some days they won't get anywhere close. And an advanced practitioner will know when to do which. And then again, we keep letting go of that tension through the neck as we refine the feet. Feel the legs stabilize. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist a little bit deeper. And then release. Press to downward facing dog only. So again, deep feeling breath in there. Get the breath through the back of the lower back of the body. Exhale out. And then put the knees down. Now, two very different options. You can do frog, belly down. Knees open wide. You may have a roll underneath your belly. And feeling the release there through the inner thighs. Or you can do diving goddess or diving god if you are a male on the wall. Okay. So if you're doing diving god or goddess, you've got your forearms on the floor. You can have your hands clasped. And the same as before, you kick up onto the wall like you would in a forearm balance. And then you frog open the legs. So you can do this with your feet on the wall. It just so happens that today is a day that mine will come off. If you're doing it with the feet on the wall, just make sure that you're not dumping into the lower back. So the tailbone lifts up. You're going to feel this lengthening through the side ribs. And let go through the back of the neck. Okay, let's just do a couple more breaths there. If you're on the floor on frog belly down, just make sure you've got your knees padded. And then take your time, ease your way out. And come into a seat, wherever that may be for you. You can sit up on a block if you need to, and we'll move into a neck release. So bring your left hand underneath your left butt cheek, so you're sitting on top of the left hand. Inhale, lift the chest up. Lean to your right slightly, keep the chest lifted, and then let the right ear rest down towards right shoulder there. Getting this full sense of let go through the left side of the neck. Feeling the chest lift, feeling the jaw relax. And keeping the chest lifted. And you've still got that little bit of a lean to the right, and then you want to bring the tip of your nose towards your right shoulder and then bring the chin in towards the chest. So what you'll start to feel is this spreading of the traps at the left side of the body. Chest stays lifted, chin tucks in. You're going to release that hand and bring the chin down towards the chest. So the head hangs, but the shoulders and the collarbone still spread. Get this sense of let go through the back of the body. So you can notice all those little grippy muscles at the spine there starting to let go. And then place the left hand on the forehead and just help the head up, really easy. Change the cross of the legs. The right leg is in front of the left. The right hand is underneath the right sit bone. And then inhale, lift up through the chest. Lean over to the right, let the left ear rest. Down towards the left shoulder, and there's a slight let go through the right side of the neck there. And just feel this sense of this internal release between the channel that runs from the right ear to the right shoulder. Keep the teeth separate and soft. And then keep that lean to the left a little bit, and just turn the tip of the nose towards the left shoulder and bring the chin in towards the chest. So again, you'll feel this through the upper right side of the back of the body. All the way down the back of the neck there, hopefully. And then from there, let the head hang through center. Feel in between the shoulder blades spread, the back of the neck relaxed. Chest is lifted, collarbones wide. And plant the palm of the right hand on your forehead. Ease your head up super slow. Just come down for a few breaths. If you need to take longer, you can always pause the video and stay for as long as you feel that you need. Just a few breaths there, just to let the body settle in and integrate what's changed, what's different. And for those of you guys that do need to stay longer, by all means stay. You're ready to move on with your day. Transition to one side. Come on, easing up to seated. Bring the hands to the heart. When you get there, just that momentary gratitude for the teachings of this practice, but also the ability of your body to do these teachings. You know, the able-bodied, and be grateful that we are. A deep breath in. And a full breath out. And bow in reverence to say namaste.